all of a sudden this woman started going to this church. And you know, these ladies, when they get to this stage, I don't know what it is that is pushing women. Any church you go to, the population of women is always the highest. And some of them, they overdo it. It's true. They overdo it. Sunday you go to church. You go to church service. Monday you go to Bible study. Tuesday you go to prayer meeting. Wednesday you go to prayer warrior service. On Thursday you go to night vigil. On Friday you go to elders council meeting, or you go to one deaconess meeting. On Saturday you go and clean the church. Sunday is like their life. I don't know what's happening to women. I feel like some women have a lot of pain and they find solace in the church, and that's why they tend to overdo it at the expense of their marriages and Hey guys, good morning, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Religiosity. Thank you very much for stopping by today. It's a beautiful Monday morning. I hope you all are doing well. This blog has been burning in my mind. This is something that affects so many people from our community, and we do need to talk about this. It's really important that we talk about it, because if we don't, then we're going to keep having problems, you know, and having issues in marriages. First of all, if you haven't heard, I'm having an event the weekend of the 13th on Saturday with Kartia Velino. You guys know Kartia Velino, the Toronto-based Nigerian vlogger. She's coming to London. We're having an event on the 13th of October. It's going to be an evening of networking, so please come. If you are in my Obodo, you will connect, and you are in the UK, please do your best to come. I'm inviting all of you who are in the UK, who are in London specifically, to come, because it's an opportunity for you guys to meet up, to see one another. If you haven't met up yet, for those who have been connected but you're still talking and haven't met the individual that you're talking to, it's an opportunity for you guys to meet up. So please do come along on the 13th. Eventbrite has the ticket, so if you go on Eventbrite, I'm putting the link in the description box. You see the link to get the tickets for the event. Yeah, so please make sure you get your ticket and come, let's hang out. It's going to be a fun and very interesting evening, and we're going to be talking about sex, relationships and marriages. There are so many issues that, you know, befalling marriages these days. There's a lot of divorce rates, there's a lot of separation going on in African marriages. Why is this happening? We want to talk, and then we want to network that evening. So please come, whether you are single, divorced, married. So a bit of background about why I want to share this story with you guys today. So we are all very religious, you know. Africans are religious. We are just religious. It's either you belong to, most Africans will belong to an organized religion. Some Christians, some Muslims, but we are very religious. We go to church, you know. We are very dedicated to our churches and our daddy geos and our mommy geos and all whatnot. But I feel like the things that most churches should be talking about in terms of relationships and building marriages, they don't really focus on it in terms of day-to-day things that people need to know to build their relationship, so that this high level of divorce rate that we have amongst Africans, especially Africans who live in a diaspora, will be reduced. Especially, I will talk about churches alone because I'm a Christian. I can't really speak for, you know, mosques or people who are from Muslim background, or people who go to mosques, because I don't know what goes on there. So I feel like, you know, churches are not really addressing these issues. What's going on? There's so many marriages are dead. People are just living together, you know, just to save face, so that, you know, because they have positions in church, or because, you know, what will people say, what will their families say, you know. It's just basically roommates they are doing, you know, because of the children, or because the mortgage has tied them together, or their finances is so joined together that, you know, it's cheaper for them to be together than to be divorced. But I'm telling you, there are so many marriages that are just dead, practically dead. There's nothing between the couple anymore. They're just living in the same household. They don't sleep together, they don't have sex, they don't do nothing together. They talk maybe by telephone or text messages, or, you know, there's no emotional connection amongst them, among couples at all. And that's what I want to focus on today. I want to talk about emotional connections or emotional well-being. So we talk a lot about women needing affirmation, needing love, needing romance, needing this, needing that. We all know that this is what women want, this is what women need. But also sometimes I feel like we neglect to talk about the other side of the equation, which is the men as well. That men need love as well. There's primary needs that a man has that I feel like, especially those of us who are Christian women that are so deep in the church, that we are neglecting. And because of that, it's causing a lot of troubles in our marriages. What you can do in your own way, in your own relationship, because it's on an individual basis, is to try and build your relationship, build your marriage. And it's for both male and female to build. It's not only a woman's thing, that it's only you that has to secure the marriage, it's only you that has to put in effort. I know some women go the extra mile to try to make their marriage work, and it still doesn't. A man who is a philanderer, I mean, if he's naturally a philanderer, then I don't know, there's so much that you can do to keep him, except you are willing to live with that. But attitudes towards cheating is changing now. African women used to look the other way a lot. When we were growing up, it was part of life. Some men even used to bring their girlfriends to their marital homes, and the wives will even know their girlfriend, they don't care. But now, in our generation, it's changed. If your husband is cheating and you catch him, that's the end. Most women will either leave the marriage or, things will change. So attitudes towards cheating or towards tolerating cheating is definitely, shifted. We are moving towards the Western way of things now, whereby you cheat, you're out. So, yeah. But in some cases, some men do not cheat. They are not prone to, going up and down, chasing, having girlfriends while they are married and things like that. They do not. They are faithful to their commitment, they are faithful to their marriages, and they are faithful to their families. But their wives, some women, I'm very, very careful in using this word, because I don't like that, a school of thought that say, oh, you sent him out, it's your fault that he's cheating, or you are the one that is sending him out, or you're the one that is pushing him out. But in this particular instance, I'm telling you guys, this man, because I know them, and that's why I'm speaking about this so passionately. This man has never, ever, to the best of our knowledge, and this is what he has told us, never ever cheated since he's been married, and they've been married for several years. Normal couple, married, living life, trying to build their life, family and everything. But all of a sudden, this woman started going to this church. And these ladies, when they get to this stage, I don't know what it is that is pushing women. Any church you go to, the population of women is always the highest. And some of them, they overdo it. It's true. They overdo it. Sunday, you go to church. You go to church service. Monday, you go to Bible study. Tuesday, you go to prayer meeting. Wednesday, you go to prayer warrior service. On Thursday, you go to night vigil. On Friday, you go to elders council meeting, or you go to one deaconess meeting. On Saturday, you go and clean the church. Sunday, it's like their life. I don't know what's happening to women. I feel like some women have a lot of pain, and they find solace in the church. And that's why they tend to overdo it at the expense of their marriages and at the expense of their families. Because now what happens is that when they concentrate so much on these churches activities and being completely, I don't know, is this what it means to be for me personally, I don't think this is what it means for you to serve God. You don't need to go to church every day of the week for you to serve God. You don't need to be in church activities every single day of the week at the expense of your own immediate family. You don't care about your husband, you don't cook for your husband, you don't take care of your family, but every day you are in the church. It's Daddy Gio. Anything happens, is Daddy Gio that will first hear of it. It's your pastor that will first hear of it. Some women are in love with their pastors. Unconsciously, they are not even aware of it. They are. Because it's always about pastor. Oh, pastor. What is it? So this woman has been carrying church on her head as if, she's the one that killed Jesus Christ. And been neglecting the husband. The husband doesn't work in the same city that she lives. So he normally travels and comes home weekends. Every weekend this man is on. This woman will not be at home. She would have gone to one activity or the other. She would have traveled for one convention or the other. And the worst part of it is that the thing that's affecting their marriage in terms of, their relations, sexual relations. So before she got deep into this church that she's now, you know, so involved in church. They used to do all sorts of things, you know, experiment and everything, spice things up, you know, make it interesting, do things actively to spice up their sex life. But the point now is that this woman, because she's so religious now and she's so she's so close to Christ now, what the man previously liked, which was oral sex, she has refused. She does not agree, and this is what the man likes. And the woman said no, it's a sin. So I started looking into it, and I started looking at it, I started researching it. What does the Bible say about oral sex? For those of you who are Christians, what does the Bible say? Actually, from my research, the Bible does not actually talk about oral sex specifically. This is what the Bible says. It talks about getting into sexual immorality. It does not. There's nowhere in the Bible where it actually says whether oral sex is a sin or not. But some Christians consider oral sex as a sin, and this is what is affecting this marriage now. Yeah. This is what they used to do. This is what they used to enjoy. This is what the man likes, and the woman has. So she suddenly, you know, she say no. She does not agree. Every time the man wants to try, we say no. We say no. It's a sin. I can't do it. Sorry. I cannot do what is against my faith, or I cannot do what is against my belief. I cannot do what is against my belief. I say I'm a Christian, and because of that, I can't do this. But actually, she's basically just telling this man, I mean, making him feel like he's not wanted anymore. It is the main issue that's affecting their relationship, because she's suddenly, you know, she's married to Jesus. She's married to Jesus now. The husband is he's second-class citizen, and there's no place in her life for him anymore. And I feel like this is wrong. It's completely wrong. So my point this morning to you ladies out there is that you guys need to be smart about this thing. At the end of the day, you cannot neglect your husband because of one belief that you have that is not even biblical. It's not even biblical. I don't know where people are coming up with these ideas, because I don't know. Religion these days, Christianity these days, may God save us. Because you guys saw the Ghanaian pastor the other day that was talking trash, that he wrote a book promoting polygamy. So be careful the kind of men of God that you are following, because all sorts of things have been, all sorts of information that is not even biblical, people's personal ideas and perception that they are selling out there and putting out there for gullible people to consume. Obviously, this woman is consuming a lot of information that is not even biblical. If she's saying she's refusing him oral sex because it's a sin. He's not even saying do it on me. Oh. He wants to do it on her, and she said no. She does not want. So now, some women are our own too much. Let's be realistic with one another. Sisters, let's tell ourselves the truth. Let's tell each other the truth. Our own too much. Some of us, the way we carry on about this Christianity is too much. Daddy Gio. If your husband walks out of that marriage, Daddy Gio will marry your second wife. I don't know what is wrong with women. What is it with women? Every day you will be in church. You will leave your family. You will leave your children. You leave your husband. Men have emotional needs too. So we have to be smart about these things. The way we are doing it. The Bible says that a wise woman builds her own home. Part of the way of building your own home is for you to even be available. It's not like you'll be running from one church event on the other. Now you kid Jesus. What is it? Anyway, a word is enough for the wise. Me, I'm just putting it out there today that if you are one of those ones that are neglecting their marriages for any reason because of religiosity, think twice about it. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it here. I hope you guys picked up one or two things. I might be wrong. I'm blabbing a lot, I know. Leave me a comment down below about what you feel about this thing. Is oral sex a sin? Should you be denying one another, all in the name of your perception about it? I'll speak to you guys in my next one. I love you. Bye-bye.